Students discuss how various programs have helped them. Teachers share information about the programs in their schools.
I would feel happy and sad because Miss Bad, she's really kind, and other students are going to sell in my class, and they're telling me they do lots of fun things there, but my parents and I feel really happy as well because I'm just now I don't have to go to ESL anymore. That means my English is good enough. I'll feel happy and sad because when I come from ESL, then we're doing math, and I sometimes when I go to ESL, I'm missing math. And then when I come to ESL, then I need to do all with a short time and not long like that.
The thing that helped me was just going to ESL class because it was kind of like an escape from everything else. There I was with people that really understood me and knew what I was going through, and they would make fun of me if I didn't know something. So just going to ESL class, not being with everybody else. Because when you're around with other people, you think oh, they're watching your every move, or everything that you're going to say, they're going to correct it. So just going to ESL class helped me a lot at the beginning.
We teach the regular subjects in the levels. We have 5 levels: level A, beginners, to level E, the bridge to regular English. We have special subject areas. We have history in grade 10, geography in grade 9. We have also science in grade 9, and we also have a beginner's French for ESL students. We used to have a lot more services for ESL students, in the sense that we used to have also 5 teachers, for example, just last year, resourcing them.
Currently we have approximately 1,500 students at the secondary school, 250 of which are ESL students. The program that we have there encompasses both ESL and ELD. It's considered a regional program, and because we offer these services to students who do not have ESL at their local neighborhood school, and also we offer a literacy component. Some of the students move very quickly through our ESL program, and some students do not. The whole point of our program is to individualize as much as we can to address the needs of all of the students.
The Ambassador Program is a group of students from basically almost all of the grades, and we train the students how to do things like give tours to new students who come to the school. We put together welcome kits with things like what they might need for school, pens and pencils and maps of the school, and just provide a little bit of a welcome for the new students to the school, not only for ESL learners but for all new students. And also it's a little bit of a buddy system just for the first few days to get them, to help them out because they don't know where they're going and that sort of thing. So that sort of helps with the welcome.
And I think also it's important to note that many of the ambassadors do speak a second language beyond English, which will help to reassure the child coming in who doesn't know English that there are in fact other children who share their language here in the school.
Oh, that's great.
We're quite lucky to have, probably in every classroom, someone who represents the language of our newcomers, so they're able to help them out as well. And we also have a group of interpreters who can be called on to help as well.
Again, these are members of your neighboring community?
No, they are actually students.
Oh!
They're not used for formal interviews, but to help the other students. As the ESL teacher at our K-8 school, I primarily withdraw students. So I do provide a withdrawal program because our students are scattered throughout the school. They're in every classroom at every grade level, and I'm the only teacher in the school. It seems to work the best. I usually work in that capacity with stage 1 and 2 students, but I do try to provide them with work that is based on the curriculum, so that they do learn some of the concepts for their grade level.
Okay, now are there other kinds of programs beyond what you provide that support the ESL students in the school?
We have a few teachers who have their ESL qualifications as well, so or who have had experience with ESL students.
So how might they be helping?
Well, they are modifying and accommodating students in their own classrooms or students with whom they work.
Okay.
We also have volunteers who speak some of the languages of our students.
Oh, okay. And how does that program work? How do you find these volunteers?
Sometimes we ask for them through the community, through our parent network, and other times they approach us.
Really?
Yes.
So it hasn't been difficult for you to get a group of volunteers?
No.
And currently in the school, how many volunteers would you have that you can call on a regular basis?
Okay, we've just, one just finished. We had her from October until the end of January, full-time, every day. She was working with us through a co-op program. And we also have a volunteer who's with us twice a week for the whole day. And in the past, we have had parents also who have been available throughout the week.
We have a number of clubs. We have a Tamil club. We have a new club which we just started last year. It's called the United Cultures at Lamb. And that is run by former ESL students, and the purpose is really to have the kids bridge their cultures.
Louise is coming later when we're doing the student
panel.
Yeah, and great. She's going to come, and she's actually the president, and she's actually absolutely wonderful. And she's put together an ESL council, and what they're trying to do this year is try to help the students to fit into school here. So they've set up what they call ESL links, and these links have there's 2 representatives from every ESL class.
Okay.
And then when new things are happening in the school, then the council, one of the people in the council, gives the information to these links, and then the links talk to the classes. So information like they had, there's a volunteer fair coming up. So you're looking for, a place to get your volunteer hours. Where can I go to do my volunteer hours? And so then they would, there was the volunteer fair, so they would make sure the students know this and know what it's all about. And, it's time to join the tryouts or for the basketball team. That kind of thing that the kids might not necessarily get over the regular channels. And they're also setting up, they took them on a field trip to the North York Public Library. They're also setting up things like they did a workshop, and it was one of the senior students in the school did a workshop on interview skills for the students. And they've also got a couple pages in Carp Anatomy, which is a school newspaper. Great. And that should be coming out this week. So yeah, and so they used to do their own separate newsletter, but now they're into the Carp Anatomy, and they're downstairs, raising money and having fun with that. And yeah, they do a lot of things for the kids.
It's nice to know that there's a club for students who have that common ground, and they have somewhere they can go that feels very safe and where they can belong very easily. And I think that's really good.
Yeah, and I think a lot of students, they really value the variety of subjects that they can take at a high school in Canada. And so often there's a place for them to build on their strengths. Like we've got the guitar class, we've got all the music and the arts. I know we're special because we're also an art school, but the kids that have those talents, they really get picked up, and they really can, you know, they can shine there. But even, you know, with all the computer and the technology classes, there's the sports classes. They've got such a wide range of classes that they can go and excel in. You know, the math department has all their math contests and everything, so if that's where their skill is. You know, I know I saw an ESL student having fun in science because they were making, I don't know, this one was a car out of a mousetrap. You know, like things like that. So there's things that they're doing.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah.
Well, one thing that we didn't really get to say that we talked about, and we both had the same sort of answer to that. It was, what do you enjoy the most in your work with ESL students?
Sure.
Right. And it's the best job in the world, being an ESL teacher. I love it. The children bring such a richness because they all come from such different situations and backgrounds, and I love that about it. And that first time you get that look of recognition, you actually see a child that wasn't speaking any English or understanding any English, suddenly they're actually listening to your lesson and watching you, and you can tell that they're understanding, comprehending what you're saying to them. And then the first time they smile, they're really showing that they're relaxed, they're happy, they're feeling very positive. The first time that hand goes up is the best feeling.